They don't want you to know this, but you can literally get an 850 credit score without spending a single dollar. And no, you don't need a credit repair company, a guru, or some shady loophole. If you're tired of being denied loans, stuck with high interest rates, or just embarrassed by your credit score, we're breaking down how to go from bad credit to a perfect credit score and do it for free. No fluff-filled financial hacks that don't work. I'll show you the exact steps we use to take control of our credit, build it the smart way, and hit that magic number, 850. And along the way, I'll explain the biggest mistakes people make that are quietly ruining their credit score. Stick around to the end, because one of the best tips I'm going to give you, almost nobody talks about, and it could jump your score by 50 plus points. Let's get this out of the way. You don't need a perfect credit score, but you do want the best interest rates, access to high limit credit cards, zero deposit rentals, and a smoother time buying a car or house. It's a cheat code. A credit score, specifically your FICO score, ranges from 300 to 850. Anything above 800 is considered excellent, but 850, that's perfection. That's the gold standard. It's the kind of score that makes banks compete for you. But here's the kicker. Most people don't realize that getting a perfect score isn't about being rich. It's about playing the game right. So let's break down the rules of the game. Now, what actually makes up your credit score? You don't have to guess. FICO literally tells us. 35% is payment history. Do you pay your bills on time? 30% is credit utilization. How much of your credit are you using? 15% is length of credit history. How old are your accounts? 10% is new credit. Have you opened a bunch of new accounts recently? 10% is credit mix. Do you only have credit cards? Do you have a mix of cards? Do you have any loans? Things like that. Now, here's how you turn those 5 categories into your ticket to 850 for $0. Step 1, never miss a payment. Literally never. Let's start with the big one, 35%. Your score is just showing up. Even one late payment can hurt your score for up to 7 years. Want a perfect score? You need the perfect history. But don't worry, you don't have to do this forever. Most scoring models focus on the last 2 years. So if you slipped up in the past, you're not doomed. But from today forward, payments must be on time every time. Here's what we do. Turn on auto pay for a minimum payment, even if it's just $25. Set calendar reminders 3 days before the due date. Use tools like Credit Karma or Experian to track everything in one place for free. Pro tip, if you do miss a payment, call your lender immediately. If you've been a good customer, there's a chance they'll forgive it or not report it. Ask for a goodwill adjustment. Step 2 is keep your credit utilization crazy low. This one's the sneaky score killer. Your credit utilization is how much of your available credit are you using. If you have a $5,000 limit, are you carrying $4,000 in debt? That's an 80% utilization. That's not good. The goal, keep it under 10%. That's the magic number for the elite scores. Even better, keep it under 3% and don't let that report a high balance. Your score isn't based on your balance today. It's based on what your lender reports to the bureaus, usually once a month. Here's a free trick. Pay your credit card before the statement closes. That way your balance looks low when it's reported. You can also ask for a credit limit increase. Just call and say, hey, I've been a responsible customer. Can I get a limit increase? Many banks say yes, and boom, your credit utilization drops without paying a cent. Step number 3, keep the old accounts open, even if you don't use them. Length of credit history is worth 15% of your score. This is where a lot of people mess up. They pay off the card, feel good, and then close the account. That's like training for a marathon, crossing the finish line, and then setting your medal on fire. Longer history equals better score. Even if you're not using the card, keep it open. Unless it has an annual fee you can't afford, get a dusty old card from college with the $500 limit. That's gold. Use it once every few months, keep it active, and let the age of that account boost your average. Step 4 is stop applying for so many cards. Every time you apply for a credit card or a loan, it creates a hard inquiry on your report. Too many hard inquiries in a short time makes you look desperate. Even if you're just trying to collect rewards, limit new card applications to once or twice a year. And if you're rate shopping for a mortgage or auto loan, FICO usually counts inquiries within a 45-day window as one hit. So don't worry if you're comparing lenders, just do it quickly. Step 5 is build a credit mix, but only if it makes sense. To be clear, you do not need a mortgage, car loan, personal loan, and 6 credit cards to have a good score. But credit mix does matter a little. If you only have one card, considering adding a second, or if you've had an installment loan like a student loan or a car loan, look into a credit builder loan. These are low risk, low cost ways to show you can handle different types of debt. Some banks or credit unions even offer them for free. Step 6 is become an authorized user. It's the fast lane to 800 plus. Here's a cheat code that doesn't always get talked about enough. As a parent, a spouse, or a trusted friend, to add you as an authorized user on their oldest card, especially if it has a low balance. A long history, perfect payment history. You don't even need to use the card. Just being added boosts your credit age and utilization instantly. And yep, it's totally free. Just make sure you trust the person. If they miss a payment, it hurts your score too. Step 7 is dispute errors. Because they're more common than you think, 1 in 5 people have an error on their credit report. That could be hurting their score. So pull your free report from the 3 bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can get them for free if you go directly to their website and look for incorrect late payments, accounts you don't recognize, old collections that should have dropped off. If you spot anything wrong, dispute it. You can do it online. It's free. And if you're right, the item can be removed within 30 days. Here's where a lot of people get stuck. They think their score is stuck because they don't have money to pay down debt or they don't qualify for better cards. But the truth is your score doesn't care as much about how much you make. It cares how well you manage the credit you already have. We started with our credit score in the 600s. We didn't have extra cash laying around, but by focusing on free stuff, auto pay, credit utilization tricks, smart accounts, management, we climbed to be 800s in less than 2 years. A game-changing tip nobody talks about. All right, here's the juicy part, I promise. If your score is stuck and you've done everything, right? Check your statement date versus payment date. Most people think paying on the due date is enough. But if your statement closes before you pay it, it reports a high balance, even if you pay it in full later. So here's the trick. Pay off or pay down your card before the statement date, not just the due date. Then let a tiny balance, like $5 report, but not zero. Why, you might ask? Because FICO likes to see usage, but low usage. A balance of $5 on a $2,000 limit shows activity, but near zero utilization. That's ideal. So let's recap the perfect score formula. Pay on time, every time. Non-negotiable. Keep utilization under 10%. 3% if you can. Keep old accounts open to boost your credit age. Avoid applying for too many cards. Add a mix of credit, but only if you need it. Become an authorized user for a fast track boost. Dispute errors. Check your reports regularly. Use the statement date trick for extra points. None of this costs money. It just takes strategy and a bit of consistency. If you made it this far, make sure you hit the like button and follow for more personal finance and real estate content.